I'm about to tell you why that quick fix you're considering for your team problems might actually make things worse and cost you a whole lot of money. Here's the scenario. Your team has communication issues, so you bring someone in to do a half-day workshop on communication skills. Problem solved, right? Wrong, because communication problems are rarely about communication skills. They're usually about role clarity or decision making authority, trust, or conflicting priorities. So you put a band aid on the symptom, but the underlying issue is still there. And now it's worse because your team thinks you've addressed the communication problem, but nothing has really changed. I see this with accountability issues too. Leaders think they can solve these problems with a training session or a new process, but accountability is usually cultural. It's about consequences and expectations and leadership modeling. Real problems require real solutions, and systemic issues need systemic interventions. If your team has communication problems, you need to look at the systems and the structures that are creating those problems. If you have accountability issues, you need to examine the culture and leadership behaviors that are enabling a lack of accountability. That's why we do a comprehensive discovery and assessment process before we recommend any intervention. We need to understand the root cause, not just to treat your symptoms. Yes, it takes more time up front. Yes, it requires more investment sometimes, but it actually solves the problem instead of just covering it up. So, before you reach for that quick fix, ask yourself, am I solving the real problem or am I just putting a band aid on the symptoms? The most expensive development activity you'll ever engage in is the one that doesn't solve your problem. What quick fixes have you seen backfire in your organization? Share your story in the comments below.